Hi, this is Sam Ohaj with Season 6 of GBTV's The Gameclock. Right now I'm interviewing Coach Bill Bianco, the coach of the Newburgh varsity football team, on the 2018 season. What do you have to say today?
Just happy to be here and meet with you.
That's great. So I have a couple of questions. Obviously, the football season ended last Friday with a huge win over Monroe, but it's not really about what happened this season. But I just wanted to get to know you better, and perhaps my viewers could get to know you as well.
Okay, great.
So what exactly got you into coaching?
I'd always played growing up, and I knew after high school I wasn't going to the NFL, so I wanted a way to kind of stay involved, so I took up coaching.
What position did you play in?
I played center, Royce C. Ketchum High School, graduated in 1997, was a honorable mention Poughkeepsie Journal All-Star, so
Awesome.
That was what I did in high school.
Wow. Is there any previous coach that you look up to that inspires you to be a coach?
Yeah, I think my high school coach was pretty influential in getting me into coaching and kind of teaching me about football, the basics, and he had done some scouting work for the Jets and had jumped around a couple different spots, so he kind of got me into the whole thing.
How has coaching impacted your life?
Once again, I think it's just kept me involved in sport I love. Allowed me to help people along the way, which is what my high school coach did for me.
How do you feel about Newburgh's season this year?
Yeah, I think generally speaking, we've played pretty well up to this point. We've played pretty well against sectional competition. We had the one hiccup versus the New Jersey team, but they were a great program. But overall, like I said, I think generally we've played pretty well, so I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, no, I really agree with you on that. It's been a great season. What are your expectations for the playoffs this Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, the same thing I told the players yesterday. Once you hit the playoffs, it's a new season. Everybody's kind of 0-0, so it's not really what you've done prior leading up to that point. So even though we played Washington previously and beat them, it's a new season, and you have to take it that way because when you win, you keep playing on. If you lose, you're out. So
yeah. Your favorite memory of the season?
I don't know. There's been a couple pretty good points. We started the year versus Union Endicott, and we had a great game that time. But beating Monroe last week was a pretty big game for us, and coming back, we were down a little bit in the fourth quarter was good. But there's been a couple points throughout the year. I don't know if there's just one.
Yeah. No, there was a lot of great memories this year. Any notable players we should keep an eye out for this year?
Yeah, I mean, the players are kind of the guys. I mean, I don't know if I want to single out anybody in particular. The guys who've been, kind of making plays all year are the ones that are probably going to stick out more than others. That's like I told the kids yesterday too. When you get to this point in the season, the big-time players usually step up. So that's what I'm hoping to see. Those guys who've made plays all year have to kind of rise to the top when the pressure picks up a little bit. So.
Who will be the biggest challenge if you advance in the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, if we win this week, we'll play the winner of Monroe and Pine Bush. So obviously, depending on who wins that game, I mean, that would be our next competition. Following that, I mean, then you look at the Westchester schools like New Rochelle, and then the upstate schools, Albany's, Shenandoah, Shaker, schools like that. So. But one at a time. We're not trying to get too far ahead. I'm just worried about Washington this week.
Is there any improvements you're looking to make with the Newburgh football program?
Yeah, it's tough to say. I don't know. We're always trying to improve our youth programs and try to get them better because the better they get, the better players we get to start with. So that'd be something I think we always try to improve. But generally speaking, we're just trying to always get better at what we do, not necessarily at something new.
The past 4 years you've won the section. What will make this year so special if you won for the 5th time?
Every year's a different group of guys. It's not like we're in the NFL where, you're the Giants and you keep your guys every year. Every year's a new group of kids. So just to win it with this group would be special. A lot of these guys have been with us in the program for a long time, played freshman with us or modified and worked their way up. So just having them get the opportunity to win their senior year would be the most gratifying thing, I think.
Yeah. overall reflection of the 2018 season.
Yeah, well, it's not over yet.
Yeah.
So I think I'd be better to answer this in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, I think we had a pretty good off season. I think the coaches are pretty consistent as far as what they do. Players, for the most part, have bought into what we've tried to sell them, and
Yeah.
I think generally speaking, we've kind of followed the plan as far as trying to execute what we practice. So. I don't know. I don't know if there's a perfect answer right now this early in the season.
That's true.
Hopefully we play a bunch more weeks. But I think generally speaking, they've done what they're supposed to do.
Any favorite sports teams that you watch and get ideas from?
Actually, I'm a huge Knicks fan. So
I like the Knicks.
Also, I like the Giants. So those would be my two teams that I follow more than anyone. Of course, they're both not very good.
Yeah.
But I'm loyal. I've been a fan for a long time.
Yeah.
So just try to remain consistent. I don't flop too much. So.
Yeah, I appreciate interviewing you.
No problem,
about this.
man.
This has been Sam Ohaj with the Game Clock. Check me out every Friday with your sports news and updates. This is the Game Clock.